Sheikh Muhammad ibn Salih al-Uthaymeen. And he is Abu Abdullah, Muhammad ibn Salih ibn Muhammad ibn Uthaymeen at-Tamimi. And at-Tamimi is a tribe, well-known tribe. Amongst them are those who went the way of the Khawarij, following the Uwais. Amongst them are those the most righteous of people and scholars. To such a degree that the Prophet ﷺ said, Banu Tamim, the tribe of Tamim, they are the hardest people among towards the Dajjal. They are the hardest people upon the Dajjal. So he is a Tamimi, a Najdi. He was born in the city of Unayza, Qasim, the Qasim region, on the 27th of Ramadan. He was born in the month of Ramadan. 1926, Christian era, 1347 Hijri. In a famous religious family. Didn't we say this before? That things don't just come out the blue. Ibn Taymiyyah was born in a deen-oriented, scholarly family, and the likes of Ibn Taymiyyah come out of that. Ibn Uthaymeen was born in a religious, deen-oriented family, and the likes of Ibn Uthaymeen comes out of that. It is a rare thing indeed that someone who has no surrounding that is Islamic and no family that is Islamic, that they will come out to that level of Ibn Taymiyyah. They may come out in a good level. No one's saying they won't. Allah Ta'ala blesses who He wills. But we're saying to that level, when you look at to that level, to that degree, those people usually came out of generations. Generations of Islamic scholarship, pops up Ibn Taymiyyah. Generations of taqwa, here comes Ibn Taymiyyah. Generations of fiqh, generations of hadith, here comes Muhammad al-Wahhab, rahimahullah. Here comes Shafi'i. Come out of that situation. So if there's anything a brother wants to do, is to make sure his family's straight now. His family is straight, and generations are straight now, and the children are straight now, and everybody's up on Tawheed and Sunnah now, and everybody is on the acquisition of Islamic knowledge now. Then a generation or two, then we have something to look at. We say, look what this tree has harvested. Look what this tree has borne. Look what has been given birth to. Based on the fact that we kept the covenant. We kept the pact. And that is to be solely committed to Allah Ta'ala and ascribe nothing to Him. Ibn Uthaymeen, rahimahullah, received his education from many prominent scholars, like Sheikh Abdurrahman al-Sa'di. This is one of his main scholars he studied with. Sheikh Muhammad Amin al-Shanqiti, and of course Sheikh Abdulaziz bin Baz. Sheikh Sa'di, Rahman al-Sa'di, Sheikh Shanqiti, the old Shanqiti, not the present day. The old Shanqiti was on something. Present day one got some problems. The old Shanqiti had a vast amount of knowledge. And Sheikh Abdulaziz bin Baz. Sheikh Abdulaziz bin Baz. If bin Baz is one of your sheikh, you're alright. If Baz is one of your sheikh, you got it. When he entered into teaching, a great number of students from inside and outside Saudi Arabia benefited from him. He had his own unique style of interpretation. You'll see that as we go. You'll start to get appreciation of how Ibn Uthaymeen presents issues and how he discusses them. He has his own way, unique to him, to the degree that if you become so familiar with him, no one has to tell you his name when they read a portion of anything he's done. You'll hear it and you'll say, that's Ibn Uthaymeen. That's who that is. That's Ibn Uthaymeen. So everyone started to benefit from him inside and outside of Saudi. Inside and outside of Saudi. And as you see, we're sitting here still benefiting. Man in his grave, and we're still benefiting. And this is for him a sadaqat al-jariyah, a continuous sadaqah. Adds to him light in his grave, and bliss in his existence, and mercy and peace and serenity. Adds to us knowledge, inshaAllah ta'ala, and enlightenment of Tawheed, some knowledge regarding Sunnah, and the foundation and the basis of our Aqidah. Now that's a pretty good transaction. That's a pretty good transaction. Unique style of interpretation, explanation, religious point. He was from among the scholars who served Islam without any type of religious prejudice. and kept themselves away from the limitations of blind following. In other words, he didn't do taqleed. He knew nothing about no taqleed, blind following. Blind follow who? On kitab wa sunnah minhaj as-salaf salih, man. Blind follow what? It was his way. He was distinguished in his great exertion of effort in religious matters, analogical deductions, that is qiyas or something else, which clearly prove the religious understanding he possessed and correct usage of the principles of religion. He knew the qawaid. He knew the qawaid, the principles of deen. And therefore he was able to base things upon those principles and make points upon those principles and give fatwa upon those principles. And so his thing, when he came at you, it was strong. It was strong. One of them described him, and this was a guy who didn't like him initially. I found him fully armed, well protected, and strong. I found him fully armed, yani with adillah, with evidences. No matter what I brought to him, he brought something back. That had me relenting, or subdued me, or did away with me. Huh? You go check cave hada, what about this, this, and this? Wakada. And this, and this. Just like that. The man was a brown skin, light brown skin. We used to look at his face and we would see this white beard with the shiniest pearl teeth you would ever want to see. Constantly smiling. This was Ibn Uthaymeen. Something else. He was distinguished in the great exertion of effort in religious matters. And we said that. In giving religious verdicts like Sheikh bin Baz, his fatwa were based on evidence from Quran and Sunnah. He's had about 50 compilations, books to his credit. He taught religious fundamentals at the Sharia. He taught usul at the faculty of Imam Muhammad ibn Saud Islamic University, the Qasim branch. He was also a member of the Council of Senior Scholars, Hayat al-Kibar Ulama, of the kingdom. And he was imam and a khatib in the big masjid of Unayza. How are you going to do all this, man? Teaching tullab, giving fatwa, sitting on a lajnat da'ima, or sitting on the Hayat al-Kibar Ulama. Then you still going to get up there and give khutbah and be imam at a particular masjid? Where was their energy? How? The Sheikh passed away, as you all know, the 15th of Shawwal, 1421 after Hijrah. It was January, the 10th of January, 2001. He was 74 years of age. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy upon his soul. Ameen.